So should I go?
You can go.
Okay. I'm Joel Young from West Hills Montessori in Portland, Oregon, and I want to talk to you about the pegboard. And the pegboard is something that we use for a lot of different types of work in the elementary, but one of the first things that we do with it in the lower elementary is work with factors. And so one thing that everyone agrees on is that Montessori has done a really good job of doing the math, because it gives a tangible representation to an abstract idea. And so with the factors, we count out, say if we wanted to find the factors of 12 pegs into a cup. So we have really what is 12 here in the cup. And if we can make groups of 2 from those 12 pegs, then we know that 2 is a factor of 12. And we'll do the same thing by putting 12 more pegs in another cup and making groups of 3 and seeing if that works and seeing what does work and doesn't work. And so they really have a concrete experience with the material that I think makes it have a real type of experience.
Why don't you talk for a moment about maybe the age group that this work would be done with, and maybe some of the work you would be doing before that would lead up to this?
Okay. Well, this is a very early work that the children do in the elementary. So there'll be 6-year-olds doing it and 7-year-olds, and sometimes we have people who come to the elementary a bit early, so even 5-year-olds. It really lays a foundation for the work that they'll be doing later on, finding prime factors, and just the experience with the material itself, knowing where it is in the room and how it works, will lend itself to later work doing square roots, which is also done with the same material. But that square root work is done much later, so the children would be about maybe 8 or 9 years old by the time they're doing that. So in the elementary, it really builds on a foundation that's laid in the primary. And in the primary, the children are first introduced to the decimal system, so our base 10 number system. And they do that with a material called the wooden hierarchical material, where they learn about the units and the tens and the hundreds. And those materials are color-coded. So the units are green, and the tens are blue, and the hundreds are red. And that really makes it a familiar material when they come to something that's new, because it's all the same color. And so we use that for doing division and multiplication, and even addition and subtraction. And so you can see that in the factors work, because it has the same colors that the wooden hierarchical material were.